Alrighty, welcome to class. Welcome to class. Nice rainy afternoon. We're going to start on our back, so I invite you now to find your way onto your back. And make sure that you're nice and comfortable. You can just right away treat yourself to a nice stretch. And I'll meet you down there. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have my glasses here, but if you don't want to see the routine that I wrote down. Okay, so we're on our back. Welcome once again, folks. Take a nice big deep breath in and sigh your day out. Maybe you want to treat yourself to that stretch that I just spoke about. Just releasing your arms by your sides. Close your eyes for a moment and just feel the support of the earth underneath you. The texture of your mat and your clothes. Feel that. Notice if you hear a few little sounds around you. You can bring the sounds in. As we begin to allow the mind chatter to fall away so that we can concentrate on everything that we're doing here today. Let's take a nice big deep breath in and sigh it out. Just allow your body and your mind to become relaxed now. Let's continue by using the yogic breath to draw us into the present moment. You want to notice that as well. It's a deliberate breath and you are drawing that oxygen deliberately into your lungs. So let us start. Inhaling through both nostrils, fill your lungs up from behind that belly button to the sternum and all the way up to the rib cage and all the way up to the sternum, and then breathe out in the reverse. So close your eyes and concentrate on your yogic breath. This is a 3-part breath. Some of you might remember your Ujjayi breath. You can practice that as well. Combining the two. So the Ujjayi breath is the one with the sound coming from the back of the throat. So if you're fogging a mirror, or you're scraping the air against the back of the throat. Use the breath to help you to relax and let down. If at any time you feel to sigh that breath out, please go ahead. You can sprinkle those sighs in throughout your entire class today. And some of you may want to set an intention for your class. You can go ahead and do that now. Noticing the breath. What is the quality of your breathing right now? Is it still a little bit rapid or jagged? Try to slow it down if that's so. Smooth that breath out. Thoughts will come in from time to time, but we don't have to get caught up with them. Just acknowledge them and then send them on their way as you focus on what you're doing here on your mat. So I invite you now to raise your arms up to the ceiling, both of them, and you're going to spread those fingers really nice and wide. Relaxing the rest of your back on the mat, no tension there. And make some movements for your fingers to get into the knuckles and those tired hands that you worked on day to day. Nice movements up and down with the fingers, getting into your knuckles. And then we're going to make a soft fist and circle for the wrist. Make sure you're getting into those movements. It's all about your wrist right now. As you take that breath in and out. Notice if you feel some little scrunches going on in that wrist area. And then let's reverse that circle now. So we're not trying to fix anything here, we're just noticing, observing what's going on with us today. Let go. Try to let go as much as you can. Good, and then spread the fingers nice and wide once more. And take the arms back behind you. You're going to circle them out to the side and bring them back to the side body. So draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Just bend those knees now. Walk your heels towards the buttocks, arms by your sides. And we're going to do our little pelvic tilts to start. So make sure that you are comfortable where you are. Your knee is above your ankle and the shoulders are down away from your ears. We're going to take a big breath in now, and as you exhale, you're going to roll that pubic bone up towards the belly button, pressing the sacrum down, and then inhale, roll it away from the belly button. So you feel that little arch happening in your back. So we're not lifting up the tailbone or the buttocks, okay? Exhale, roll the pubic bone towards your belly button, and inhale, roll it away from your belly button. So close your eyes and concentrate on that movement, that simple little movement of rolling back and forth. Relaxing that upper body, you may notice that the upper body comes along for the ride when we move that lower body back and forth like this. So keep going. Coming back into the present moment. If there was anything that was disturbing to you a while ago, just come back to the present moment, okay? So exhale as you move in and inhale as you move away. Continue. We can exaggerate the movement a little bit more, just getting out all the kinks from maybe sitting a long time today. Neutralizing that spine, and we're also massaging our internal organs. Okay, one more like this. And just come back to your neutral spine. I'm going to try something today. Some of you might have done this before. We're going to do rotation of the hip area, pelvic area, and it's known as going around the clock. All right, I know some of you know this already. So imagine, you can listen to me, or maybe you want to watch. I'll just do one for demonstration. Imagine that you've rested a clock right here on the belly. So 12 o'clock will be by your belly button. 3 o'clock will be by your left hip. 6 o'clock is by the pubic bone. And 9 o'clock is by the right hip. Is that right? Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around the clock 3 times in one direction, and then we're going to change the direction and go in the opposite way. So I'm going to move my hands out the way and just let me demonstrate one for you. So this is 12 o'clock here. You can look at me if you like. So we start at 12 here, and then we're going to move over. So it's like a little twist over to 3, and then we move down to 6, and then we go over to 9 and back up to 12. So it looks like this. It's left, down, right, and up. All right, so let's begin 3 times in one direction, and then we change and go to the other direction. And you might notice a difference in the 2 sides, but just relax and go along with it. All right, so 12 o'clock is the belly button. Let's go over to 3, down to 6, over to 9, and back up to 12. Again, 6, 9, and 12. One more. 3, 6, 9, and 12. All right, take a breath. Got that? Jeffrey says no. All right. So if you have tight hips or anything like that, it might be a little bit challenging for you, but just try your best, okay? It's not a big deal.
Oh, yeah, no.
Okay, you have hips. So the belly button, remember, is 12 o'clock. So we're going to go in the opposite direction now. So we go to 9, 6, 3, and 12. 9, 6, 3, and 12. One more. 9, 6, 3, and 12. Good, very good. Okay. So walking your feet back a little bit in towards each other. I'm going to remind you, we're going to do our hand and leg coordination movement. So let me remind you, I haven't done this for a little while. This one is excellent for coordination, and we're lengthening the opposite arm and leg away from each other, which is also a nice stretch for the body. So I'll just do the first one. Let your arm get the head start, because the arm has further to go back than the leg has to go down. All right, so it's opposite arm and leg. So just be patient, one moment here. Let me demonstrate. So you take a breath in. As you exhale, you're going to let the arm get that head start, and then the leg is going to go back. So you want the arm and the leg to touch at the same time. I know it's not easy. So you've got to bring your mind into the present and concentrate on what you're doing. To come back up to center, again, you let the arm get the head start, and then you float it down, and the leg and the arm should touch at the same time. All right, mine didn't a while ago, but try. If you don't get it, it's okay. But we just want to try. So this is a lot about concentration and getting that coordination going. As we age, coordination is very important, and lengthening the body. You want to reach up into the cupboard to pick something out, or you're stepping into the car, or whatever it is that you're doing. These simple movements, as you see them here, are very important. So let's get ready. Just don't think about it now. We're going to start with the right hand and the left leg, okay? So I'm going to leave you at your own pace to work it out for you. Try. We're going to do a few of them. So you're going to try and see what you can do. If you don't get it, no big deal. All right, just say, so what? And we move on. All right, so let's start. Right hand gets a start, and the left leg floats down as the arm goes back behind you. And then we pick up the arm first and float it back as the leg comes in, and they should touch. And listen, don't cheat now, everybody, because I can't see you. You're not going to stop one limb to wait on the other limb, or rush one to meet with the other one. All right, so work it out. Let's go for the other side. After this, I'm going to leave you to do a few on your own. So now we're doing left arm, raise it up, take it behind you, slide, and let the arm and the leg touch together. And then when you're ready, arm first, leg and arm together. Okay, so continue at your own pace. I'm trusting you, and I'm leaving you to do a few more like this. Close your eyes and concentrate on what you're doing. Arm and leg should touch at the same time. Try. Stretch your arm and the leg away from each other. And then come back to center. Okay, last one. Good, and release. We're going to repeat those 3 things that we just did again. All right, so the first one was the pelvic tilt. So come back into that stance. Chin slightly down, shoulders away from the ears, and let's begin. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, roll the pubic bone to the belly button, roll it away. Exhale in, inhale away. Continue at your own pace. Let's go. Back and forth. Notice the neck and the head come along for the ride. Notice it might feel a little better this time, maybe not so tight now. Exhale, inhale. Okay, one more. So coming back to center, let's do our pelvic clock. And we're going to do 3 in one direction and 3 in the other. So belly button is 12 o'clock. Let's go over to 3. Let's stop everybody. Let us let go those numbers. Let go the numbers, the 12, the 3, whatever it is. And just move. Your whole pelvic area is just moving around in a circle. That's basically what it is. All right. So let go the numbers and just have fun with this. Starting at the belly button. To the left. Over to the right and back up. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Coming back to center, big breath in, and change direction. You're going on the right side first, down to the pubic bone, over to the left, up to the belly button. Again. Last one. And come back to center, okay? Mix up yourself now for hand and leg coordination. Let's go. You can start any way you want, any side you want. If you want to try doing the same leg or the same arm this time, you can do that. If you want to continue opposite leg and arm, it's entirely up to you. Let's go. Concentrate and stretch that arm and that leg away from each other. Let's do one more set. Last one. Beautiful. And release. Preparing for bridge now. Take a breath. You can side out. So we want to walk the heels in towards each other. Press into the hands. We're going to roll those shoulder blades up underneath you. Tuck that chin very slightly down. Let's take a breath as you exhale. Push the floor down away from you, the hands on the feet. And begin to lift your buttocks and spine off the mat. As you lift those hips up, draw the knees out to whatever in front of you there. Roll those shoulder blades underneath you and then lift your sternum up. Lift that breastbone up. This is where you want to be. And then we're going to lower down bone by bone till the buttocks touches last. Let's go again. Press down, lift up, draw the knees out, lift that sternum, breathe. And down we go. And press down, lift up. Notice everything that you're doing here. Feel the thighs. And we go up again. Feel your pectoral muscles. Feel that sternum lifting. And down we go. One more like this. And we're going to stay up here. So press down, lift up. Slide the knees in towards the buttocks a little tip more. Draw those knees out there. Tuck that chin slightly down. Lift the sternum up. Breathe here. Inhale, lift as high as you can. Now you're going to press down into the left foot. Take your right thigh in towards the chest, as far in as you can get it. Keep up there, don't sag. Lift that right leg up. You're going to turn that hip out a little bit. All right, turn it out. Take a breath here. Breathe in, breathe out. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Now turn the knee back to face you. Flex that foot. And let that foot travel all the way down to the mat, nice and long. When the heel touches the mat, you're going to slide that foot back in to meet the other leg. And let's take the left one to the chest, right in. Good, lift it up. Turn that hip out, turn it, knee comes out a little bit towards that left side and stretch that leg. Taking the pressure off of that hip joint. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Turn the knee back, flex that foot, let it travel down to the mat, nice and straight. Keep up there, keep up there. Heel touches, and then you're going to draw that leg in. Let's go again, right side, in. Lift the leg up, turn that hip out a little bit, so the right knee is turning a little bit to the right side. Point those toes, breathe. Turn the knee back, flex the foot. Let it lengthen. All the way down to the mat, keep the hips up, slide it in, And we go to the left, into the chest, up to the ceiling, turn the hip out a little, turn it back, flex the foot, all the way down, that's a strong leg there, and draw it in, and come back up into the full expression of the bridge pose. And then lower down now, bone by bone, buttocks touches last. Very nice. We're going to take the thighs to the chest, draw them in. And let's take this into a little spinal twist. So the arms out to the side. You can drop both eyes over to the left or right. It doesn't matter because we're going to do both sides. And twist the upper body to the opposite side of the knees. Allow your shoulders to relax. Close your eyes. Breathe. Bring that smile to the face. Your body, your yoga fusion, your time. You're going to turn the nose up, top leg comes up, bottom leg follows. Shift the buttocks over to the other side, and then drop your knees over to the left this time, upper body to the right. Okay, and then top leg comes up, bottom leg follows, and we shift back onto the back for leg circles. For my leg circles, I like to bend one thigh into the chest and just hold it down there very lightly. And then take the other leg up towards the ceiling. Now, again, you want to turn the leg out. So my right thigh is to my chest, and I have the left foot up, so you can do that. We're going to turn that knee slightly out to the side, so we unlock the hip joint there. And your left hand can be on the mat beside you, or you can place it on the right shin. It's up to you. So you want to hold that right thigh down to the belly area. Turn that leg out, point those toes. Take a breath here. You're going to drop that leg down. Take it out to the side as wide as you can. Bring it back up to the ceiling to start the circle again. So let's go for 2. Try not to wobble around. You're going to press those tummy muscles into the spine. And last one in this direction for 3. Nice and controlled movements. Keep the belly squeezed into the spine. Okay, we reverse it now. So you want to take that right leg a little bit out of the way. And let's drop the leg down towards the center of the body, out to the side, and up to the ceiling for 1. And 2. And 3. Up to the ceiling, bend that knee, hug it into the thigh, into your chest, and let's let go of the right one now, up towards the ceiling with change in size. So remember to turn the hip out, knee points a little bit to the right side, and point your toes. You can take 2 hands to hold that left thigh to the chest. And as usual, I get cramps in the top of my thigh on that right side. Anyway, let's go. So here we are now. You're squeezing the tummy back into the spine. And we drop the leg straight down. Take it out to the side. Bring it back up. Remember to keep it out. Down. The knee out. Around. And up for 2. Control that movement. Last one in this direction. And we change. So let's go. Other side. Reverse that movement. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Squeeze that tummy in. Good. And release. Bend both knees in. And let's take our happy baby pose. You're going to hold the heels or wherever you can grab. Bend your knees and let those knees move towards the outsides of your shoulders there. Releasing the back. And bring the feet together. We're going to hold underneath the thighs. Bring the head up. And let's rock ourselves up. Okay. Preparing for rolling like a ball if you're into this today. Let's do a few of these. If you're not, you can just sit in cross-legged position and meet us. So for the next set of exercises. So for rolling like a ball, you can place your hands lightly on the shins, underneath the knees. Take a breath as you exhale, roll the tailbone underneath you, drop that chin down. Now walk your heels in. So the heels are off the mat now and you're on your toes. You want your spine to be curved. So if you have serious arthritis in the spine, you do not want to do this. Curve that spine. It's going to be like a rocker on a rocking chair. So squeeze that tummy in, drop that chin down, walk your heels in towards the buttocks until they leave the mat. And then we're going to roll back, come up and stop. Again, roll back, squeeze that tummy in, come up and stop. Roll back, come up and stop. One more, roll back, come up and stop. Good. I actually surprised myself. I haven't done this one in so long. Okay, now we move to come up into a seated position. Drop in your knees, your left knee to the left. So if you glance at me, this is the one you want to form this like a little Z in your feet here. If you find that your right cheek is lifting up off the mat too much and you're twisting like this, you want to put something underneath the left cheek so that you lift that left hip up and the right hip will go down. All right? Okay. Turn towards that left side, place your hands on either side of the knee, and this is how we're going to do our cat and dog today. Take a breath. As you exhale, press into the whatever you have there. For me, it's the tile and the mat. Exhale and roll that tailbone underneath you. Squeeze that tummy in. Push back. So you're pushing down into the hands to give you that leverage to push all the way back. Drop that chin down. And then we're going to inhale and lift up your chest now and lean forward a little bit, shoulders back, sternum away from the belly button. Again, exhale, roll the tailbone underneath you, squeeze that tummy in, drop the chin down. Inhale, reverse it. So as you move forward, you lift that sternum up. Again, exhale and inhale. Exhale and inhale. And as we exhale here, we're going to just walk the hands in and roll that spine up to sit up nice and tall. Press your right heel of the hand into that right hip, left hand beside you, doing a little twist here. So use that right palm to press that right hip forward as you turn for your twist. Lift your sternum up, breathe, shoulders down, and come back to center. Let's switch sides. No hands, and switch. Can you do that? No. No big deal. All right, so we turn a little bit to that right thigh now. So the hands on either side. Press into the palms and the fingertips to give you that leverage for the spine work here. Take a breath, lift up that spine, exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you, press back. Drop the chin down, squeeze that air out of your lungs, and then we inhale, reverse it, lift the tailbone, stretch that spine forward, look out there. Again, exhale, roll that tailbone underneath you. Inhale, reverse it. Exhale. Inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale. Rest that spine back. Drop the chin down. Inhale. Good. And then as we go back, we're going to lift that spine up. Heel of the left hand on that left hip, and then press it forward as we turn to do that spinal twist. And slowly come back to center the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. Move the flesh away from the sitting bones. Draw the heels a little close into the buttocks if you have that flexibility. If not, pull them away from the buttocks. Take a breath. As you exhale, lift up that spine and then hinge from the hips as you fold forward. Take your elbows and press those knees down. Keep lifting the sternum, dropping the shoulders down your back. Press the feet together. Breathe in and out. And then slowly lift yourself up. You can have those knees up. Good. And then we're going to move around into table. So in table, you know the drill. Knees should fall under those hips. Pressing down into the palms, or if not, you can make a fist like what I'm doing here. And keep the chest nice and high. You don't want to sag down into it like this. Shoulders away from the ears. Look at the mat down in front of you. Neck is long. So your crown and your tailbone will move away from each other here because you are really stretching that spine. Okay? Let's take a breath as you exhale again. Roll out that tailbone underneath you. Bring the spine all the way up, round the shoulders, and look between the thighs to the back of the room. And then lift that tailbone. Drop the shoulders away from the ears as you look forward. Okay, coming back to where we are in table position, we're going to do our side leg lift. So, take your right leg and lift it up as high as you can. Now you're going to take it down, but you're not going to take it down too far. All right? Let's go up and down. That's 1, 2, 3. Lift it up as high as you can. 4, 5, just halfway down. 6, 7, 8, 9. Lift it up high, 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 and release it down. Very nice. We're going to go for the other side right away. Left leg up and out as high as you can. And take it down. And up. 1 and 2. Squeeze the tummy in for 3. Keep the chest high. 4, 5. Lift it up as high as you can. Take it all the way down. 6, 7, 8, 9. Take 10 now and lift it high, 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 and release it down. Come into puppy stretch or child's pose. Good work, everybody. I know you're working. If you're on child, you can stretch those arms all the way out in front and the buttocks towards the heel so that you can really stretch that spine. If you're in puppy stretch, forward on the mat or the block and the buttock sticks up in the air. Okay, let's press into the palms, lift up. We're going to curl those toes under. Pull up through the core. And we're going to take the knees up off the mat just a little bit. Just hover here. Hover, hover, hover. And then lift a little higher and hover. And then push back into downward dog. We can walk our dog, stretching out the calves and just working those hips again. You can go from side to side. Okay, coming back to center. Just take the heels towards the mat. They do not have to touch the mat. Don't force that. Drop the chest down towards the thigh. Look up towards your belly button. Shoulders down away from the ears and full expression of downward dog. Lifting that tailbone high, 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 high. And then look up between your hands. You can just take a little baby step or 2 to the middle of your mat. Let's come into a flat back. And then we're going to slowly lift ourselves up. Give Mr. Cameraman time to adjust. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let us turn long ways on our mat. Turning your right toes out and the left toes slightly in. Rule of thumb is the heel can be in the center arch of the back foot or a little bit towards the front of the edge of the mat. So maybe the heel might line up in line with the bunion or somewhere around there, whatever you prefer. All right. Lift up your knees, pull those thigh muscles in, pelvic floor muscles lifted, and we take the arms out to the side. Pull those arms out. Take a breath as you lift up your left hip, bend your spine over to the right. Now you want to press down into the feet to anchor you as you pull up the knees and the thighs. Come back up to center. Lift the left hip up again and stretch to the right. Take your right hand to the inner thigh. Your left hand is going to go around your back and hold the upper arm like this. If you can't get there, just press it into your middle back. Take a big breath here as you exhale. Draw the sternum away from the belly button and take your upper body slightly back. So your right shoulder should end up maybe on the outside of that right knee. And the left shoulder also should be back behind you as well. So we don't want to sink into it. We do not want to jump the upper body out. Right? So the core being on will help you to pull that upper body back. You can look down at your mat. You can look forward out there. And some people like to look up towards the ceiling. You can choose which one is working for you today as we breathe into this triangle pose, Trikonasana. The arm is pressing into your middle back. You can hold the upper right arm for a little leverage to push back into that arm. Okay, we're slowly going to lift up. You can bend that right knee a little bit to help you to pull that upper body up without straining yourself. We change sides, so we're going to take your left toes out, right toes in. Make sure you're in the stance that works for your body. Pulling up through the core, knees and thighs, everything up. Arms out. Press the fingers away from each other. Lift up that right hip now and bend into the left side. Come up to center. Bend again. Drop your arm to the inner thigh. Take your right hand behind your back. You can hold, experiment this on this side. You can hold, maybe hold the upper arm. Maybe you want to just press the arm bone into your back of your waistline there. And then from there, that's going to give you the leverage, because see where I am here now? I'm going to open up my body some more. Good. Breathe, knees on, thigh muscles on, pelvic floor muscles. Sternum away from the belly button. Those are the mechanics that should be in place. And then you just try and enjoy now. Slowly roll up. Ooh, contractions. And let's windmill the hands to the front of your mat. Stepping back into downward dog. Bend your knees this time and reach your chest down towards the thigh. Lift that tailbone all the way up. Let's stretch your back to release any tension there. And then come down softly onto your knees. And let's find our way down onto our tummy. Come up onto your forearms. We're going to do our single leg kick. Your elbows can fall underneath those shoulders. And you can interlace the fingers in front of the chest like this. So you can press down into the sides of your hands. to lift your chest up and to squeeze that tummy back up into the spine. So this is not the pose here. This is what we want to see, we want to feel. As we press down into that pelvic triangle, engage your core. We're going to start on that right leg, and we're going to do a set with points and a set with flexes. So let's start with the point. Let's go point, point, and release. All right, left side, point, and release. And right side, or whichever side, go to whatever side you prefer. But we keep in the point, and we keep in the chest and belly in. Chest high, belly in. So press down into those hands. Okay, we'll do one more set here with the points. And observe the feeling and the sensation you get from the points. So we can see the sensation if it changes for the flex. All right, so we start with a set with the flex now. So flex the foot as the heel comes into the buttocks. 1, 2. Take it down and flex. Everybody noticing a slight difference? One more set. Tummy in, keep the chest high. Okay, so continue with the coordination of our mind and body. We're going to do, watch this now, a point, a flex, and a release. So you have to concentrate now, all right? So let's go right side. I'm going to start on my right side. So let's point, flex, and take it down. Point, flex, and take it down. Point, flex. Point, flex. And point, flex. One more. Point, and flex, and release. Okay, come all the way down. Take a rest. The arms are bothering you, just take them to the sides. Let them relax. Take them behind you. Maybe you want to interlace the fingers. Squeezing those shoulders back. And take a breath. Preparing for Cobra, hands outside the edges of your mat. Press into your pelvic triangle. Point your nose down. Take a breath as you exhale. Press the floor down away from you as you lift up. Keep tucking those elbows into the side body. Neck is long, pushing the chest out there. Shoulders down. And release. Let's do one more. Take a breath. Make some adjustments if you need to. Exhale. Push that floor down away from you as you lift up. And release. Stretching your right hand out beside you for a little pectoral stretch here. Make tens with the left fingers. And you're going to roll over to that left side. Take up your right foot, place it back behind you. Make sure that your head your cheeks are supported here, the side of your head. And stretch. Sorry, tense with the right finger. Take the left arm out. And roll over onto that left side. So the right sole of the right foot is on the floor behind that left side. If this is too intense, you can come out of it anytime. Breathe into the tightness. And slowly and very carefully come out. Ooh. Release the arms down by your sides. Take a break, take a breath. And now the right arm is stretched out. You're going to roll over onto that right side, making the tense with the left fingers. And that left foot up. Make sure that your head is supported, the side of the head. And stretch. This and feel, but this side actually is a lot less challenging for me than the side we did up before this. And let's slowly come back carefully. Roll that onto the belly. Release the arm, just slide it down beside you. Bending the elbows in a little bit. You can rest on the chin, the forehead, or a cheek, one cheek or the other. And just take a moment here. Okay. Use your index finger, the finger next to it. We're using them as little gauges today underneath those hip bones. So feel for your hip bones with the index finger and the finger next to it. Put them underneath your body and feel for your hip bones. I'm going to act as little gauges for us today. So from here, you're going to take a big breath. As you exhale, lift your right leg up from the thigh crease, right up to the toe. And then when you do that, observe the left hip. Does the left hip come off of those left fingers? I think it does. So what you are going to do is you're going to press your left hip bone down into those fingers. So we're even pressure on both sides of the body. It's not weird, you lift the right foot up, but it's the left hip comes off the fingers. And then just release that leg down. Let's try the other side. Let's see what happens here. So now you're going to lift that left foot up from the top of the thigh to the toe. And then see, look at this, my fingers off the hip. So I'm going to push it back under there and I'm going to press that left hip bone into those fingers to even up the pressure in that lower back. And release. Okay, take the hands away. And I'd like you now to roll over onto your left side for a little side series here. Okay. So line up yourself on the left side of your body. Nice and long. You can just listen to me. You know these exercises. They don't really have to see. So your top hand is your little stand in front of your chest. You want to take your shoulders down away from your ears. Lengthen both legs out. Now, the leg that's resting on the mat, you need to engage that leg. That's going to support you, although we're working the top leg. All right, so engage it and press it down. You can also take your feet a little bit to the front corner of your mat, although you're lined up with the back edge of your mat. That's another little trick that you can do to keep steady. Hips should line up on top of each other. Take a big breath here as you exhale, scoop those tummy muscles in and up underneath that rib cage and hold that muscle action. We're going to lift your top leg up towards the ceiling as high as you can with control and take it back down. Let's do 5 of these. So this is 2 and 3. Keep squeezing that tummy in. 4 and 5. Let's heel and toe now. So you're going to take the leg up, heel to the front. This movement is done by the hip joint up here. Take the leg up and turn at the hip, toe to the back. Leg up, turn at the hip, heel to front. Up, toe to back. Up, heel to front. Up, toe to back. See why this leg is working? Front, up, heel to back, toe to back, up. Last one. Toe to back. Lift it up and close it. Bend both knees in. All right, so this is how you want to be. And we're going to do our little clamp. So again, you want to keep the squeeze in the abdominal muscles, shoulders down, and your hand is supporting your hair. So the ankles are your little hinges, and all you're going to do is open that top knee up away from the bottom knee. But you're not flinging it up and the whole body is swinging like this. Do it with control. Let's go up and down. So the back doesn't move. Up and down. Good. Keep breathing. Keep going. 5 more. 4. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going to take the ankles off. The knees are now pressing together, and we're going to change. Knees up, ankle up, knee up. Be steady here, nothing moves, but just that, those feet. Last one. And release. Stretch your bottom leg out, take the top leg behind it, and flex the bottom leg. Flex it nice and hard. Try to get that top leg out so that we're opening up that hip joint as well. Hand is in front of you, scoop, 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 lean forward a little bit, and we're going to take that leg up as high as you can with control, and down, but don't touch your floor. Let's go up. Keep breathing. Tummy pressed in. Last one. And release it. Roll onto the tummy. We'll come up onto the forearms again. And as you press your elbows back towards the hips, shoot your chest out there and just take a stretch here. And then extend your right arm and roll over onto your right side now. To the other side. I'm going to turn around so I can face the camera. Okay, so line up yourself, folks. Line up yourself. So you go towards the back edge of your mat. You can bring your feet towards the front edge. So you have a slight little curve there. Keep the body nice and straight on the mat. Your top hand is supporting you. And remember to engage the bottom leg that's on the mat because it also supports you as well. So engage, pull up. Squeeze the tummy right back into the spine. Scoop it up underneath that rib cage and hold it. Don't let it go. Here we go. We're going to go up and down. Good. Now we go. Heel to front. Remember this movement comes from the hip joint. Up, toe to back. Heel to front, toe to back. Heel to front, nice and strong legs, toe to back. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Heel to front, toe to back. One more. Heel to front, toe to back, and close it. Good. We bend the knees in. All right, make sure you scoop in. Hand is supporting you. See where the feet are. Right, so press into the ankles and let's go. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, close the knee now and let's go ankle and knee. And ankle and knee. Where were you? And one more. Good. And we're going to stretch that bottom leg out. Take the top leg behind it. Okay, pulling up through the core. All right, let us lift it up. All right, lift it up even higher. Whoa. And let's go down, but don't touch your mat now. And up. Good. And release it. Ooh, all right. Rolling over onto your back. Bring the thighs into the chest.
Give them a little hug. You can lift up upper body and take the knee and the forehead towards each other. Just squeeze up in that little ball. And keeping the shoulders, neck and head lifted. We're going to extend that right leg out and just hold gently, softly, either the two sides of the right leg here. So, all right. And then we're going to take our time to switch the legs and switch the hands as we extend the other one out. And let's go in, change hands and out. Squeeze our tummy in. Come in, switch legs and switch hands. Lift up your upper body. Look out there. Try not to jam the chin into the chest. You're looking straight out ahead of you. And change. And change. One more set. Last one. And release head, neck, and shoulders. And just hold those thighs into the chest. Put a palm on top of each knee and make circles with those knees. And reverse those circles. And release that. I'm going to do another spinal twist to end. So you can choose to do the lying down spinal twist where you can take one leg across the other leg like this, but make sure that you are supported. Or if you prefer, you can take both thighs down to one side and your upper body to the other side. So today, I'll give you that choice. I'm going to leave it up to you to do the twist that you would like to do today. You can support that top knee like this with a block or a cushion. You can support your shoulders with something. Just close your eyes and relax into the twist, whichever one you're doing, doesn't matter. I'm going to turn the nose up and just lift up the top leg or both legs and just roll onto your back. Take a breath, take a moment, and then find your way into the other side. So shoulders relax. Support that top leg if need be. Support the shoulders. Close your eyes, bring a soft smile to the face. And slowly turn the nose up, top leg comes up, or both legs come up. Roll back onto your back, just hold those thighs in one more time. And then stretch your legs and the arms out on your mat. Just have a really nice stretch here now, well deserved stretch. Ooh. And release the arms down by your sides. You're getting ready for a few minutes of relaxation here. So making yourself comfortable. Adjusting your clothes and your body on your mat. Take a nice big deep breath in and sigh it out. Just give yourself permission now to totally relax. Let us slowly begin now to awaken the body. You may begin by deepening the breath, bringing the sounds in. And begin to make some small movements that feel natural to you at this time. When you're ready, you may roll onto your side, hugging yourself in a fetal position. And then pressing into the top hand, extend your top leg and slowly make your way back up into your comfortable seated position. You may take your hands to the buttocks, pulling the flesh away from the sits bones so you can press them down into your mat. Reaching the crown to the ceiling and bring a soft smile to your face. Feeling the effects of your practice today and acknowledge the benefits. Just thank yourself for doing this for you. Adi Om, Shanti, Shanti, peace. Slowly open your eyes, peace. Thank you. I enjoyed doing this, bring this class to you today. I hope it will have some benefits.
Thank you.